that water temperature gauge, it's like in Celsius or something, and it gets a little hot. So the car is running, it's got everything tidied up well, and the other day was real frustrating because it kept heating up and heating up. So what we did today getting here was tidying up all the straps on it, as far as the radiator, like for example these guys right here, tidying up every single one, just making sure they're extra tight, making sure they're not getting air, and it seems to be. I don't have the wideband connected to the ECU yet, so they're all default 17.6, but the wideband is working perfect. Good oil pressure, water temp. I don't know why this runs like that. It must be the brand, or but so we're setting the valve lash on these babies, and then we're going to continue to troubleshoot to see if we can find out why we're heating up so bad. So one thing at a time. It was off by a little bit, so let's finish up here and get on to our operation, find out the heat source. So we have done a lot of things to my EG hatch, bled the system a lot better. One of the lines going underneath the throttle body had an air leak. All of those could have played a part, and we finally connected all those hoses, teed off everything. We did a pressure test in the radiator, it came out good, all the air's out of it, and I go to turn on the car and the distributor is like gone. So now I gotta order one. That's gonna take a week, so I don't know if this fixes our problem. Only time will tell, and it's gonna have to wait some days for it to come online. It's just super expensive here at the local stores, but yeah, see if I can find one that somebody will lend me in the meantime, so I can maybe at least bring it up to heat, see what it's gonna do. But that's where it stands. It's completely connected, everything on it is good. However, I don't know if it's gonna heat up because the Dizzy went out. Yo, I am really happy right now because my order just came in. The brand new Dizzy that's going on my Z6, that I'll hopefully get it on so I can continue where we left off. Hopefully that fixes the problem. See you there. Yo YouTube, thank you very much for clicking on my channel. So it's been a few days that I haven't recorded because my camera the charger went bad. It took a couple of days to get another one. Update. A lot of stuff has gone on, and it's been a freaking mind case. So this is the wiring that I took off the OBD2. As you can see here, this is the grounding. That's shields, these 3 wires. Pinned them out. So basically I'm going to pin them into the connection of the existing ones, ground this out the way they had it there in the factory, and hopefully this will take out that engine light, because it limits me and it kills the idle. So I've still not yet been able to bring this car up to temp to see if I got rid of the air in my water line. As y'all saw, it was heating up, and we determined that I left one of the one of those pieces not covered or blocked, and it was getting air. So hopefully that fixed the problem, which I'm really confident that it did, but now I can't drive the car. So I'm gonna install this 4-bar and install this piece. But first, we have someone that bought my friend's Teggy shell, so we gotta move some of these cars out, and then my car goes in and I can work in the shade. So we'll be back. Yes, my camera's finally working. My camera had gone out and I finally got it working. I'm getting a brand new one too, so that's gonna be epic. On the car, let's get started on it. It was heating up, and we did a proper drain, flush, everything like that. We figured out the problem was just pretty much being dumb and forgetting to hook up a little hose that was getting air. Anyhow, so I'm thinking somewhere within the wire loom I did something here on the Dizzy part that's giving me a code 4 crank sensor, and from what I understand, it's because those wires need this shield here with this ground, and I chopped that. So I depinned another one. I'm gonna pin this in place, ground it up, see if I can get rid of that, because it doesn't let the car idle. It turns it off, it cuts it out like at 3,000. so I haven't been able to get it up to temps to see if it's still gonna heat up on me. So we're gonna get started on this, put it all back together, and hopefully that's the culprit. And I can finally drive this thing. Got a couple of friends here too. We're all working on our cars. This one just got sold. A little Teggy shell. Another head. A buddy of mine's working on his B18. Yeah. So hopefully this works. Well, I didn't want to do this because I still wanted to retain the factory look, but it just doesn't fit. It bangs on the intercooler, so it gets the lotions on the skin. Alright guys, so we've cracked down to the wee hours of the night. I even got my sneakers because I was already breaking my head on this car. I've come to the conclusion that I'm just going to go with the Rywire set. Rywire. If you haven't heard of them, basically they're a company that makes custom wires for your vehicle. This company's made them for this particular application for many years, and they wire straight to the ECU loom. So I'll give you an idea. My boy was kind of setting me up so I could see what I'd be paying. Let me see, zoom out real quick. No. Get an idea. You got them real fancy connectors, and ultimately that's the way it's gonna look. So yeah, I don't want to mess around anymore. Basically, I still keep getting the I guess it's CKP crank angle sensor code number 4, even after I dismantled an entirely other harness to pull out the 3 wires that had that over shield with the ground, yada yada. Grounded it, put it all back together the way it would have been, and still nothing. The car now, it fires up and it doesn't even idle, like it's like running on 2 or something. So I've had it. As you can see, the mess that I've made, that's the error that I've done, and now it's gonna cost me. But you can't go wrong with the Rywire kit because it's the perfect setup. And although it is pricey, you don't have to worry about that again. And that's like the only thing that's been getting me in this stupid car is the wiring. So I got my boy here. He's adding all the little clip-ons and everything that I need, and that'll give me an idea of what I'm gonna spend. Plus I'm gonna email them, I'm gonna talk to them over the phone, and make sure I tell them things like, yo, if I don't need this, take it out. If I don't need that, I mean, I just need the bare minimum. I'm running gauges for everything: oil pressure, temperature, water. So the stock ones, you know, I don't have a need for them. So if that'll save me a little bit on the price too, then great. But thanks for hearing me ramble, guys. Keep up with me. Sometimes it happens, so check back with me. It'll probably be about 2 weeks. So in the meantime, I don't know, I might throw in a couple of parts that I got for this car, maybe even throw the dip on here. So stay tuned, keep checking on my channel, guys. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one. Oh yes, so here we are. I think the package that I've been waiting for, it is here, and I think this is it out of these other 2. It's just bigger. Bam! That right there is the Canon G7X Mark II.